Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. Let me get up here where I can. I appreciate you joining me today. It's getting rather warm. Wasn't anticipating it to get this warm. It must be around 70 degrees, too hot for a sweatshirt, but you got to do what you got to do when the temperature's in the low 40s of the mornings. Thank goodness for warm weather. It makes it a lot easier on those folks in the mountains. I'm still sure that there was at least a 10-degree temperature change from what we had here versus what was in the higher elevations. With that being said, folks, it is a cutting back on the propane. That's a good thing. Week before last, we filled up between 200 and 300 bottles, so that was quite a hefty bill. And we appreciate you folks that's continuing to send in money for propane and other needed things to Operation Mountain Relief there at Midway, as well as the Helping Hands, and also to the Bethel Church. It's been a big help to be able to provide things that just suddenly comes up that people need, especially when it comes to some of the smaller things like needing some sheetrock or insulation or piece of carpet, or help with carpet padding and strips and lumber and things like that we're able to provide to get these folks back in their houses. Just today, the North Carolina State Legislature approved $500 million to go to the mountains to help, and we know the Army Corps is already there. They're starting to make some moves on the bridges and get those assessed, but that's a slow go. They was at one time, I heard the number that there was 500 that was still compromised. Now that don't mean the bridge was wiped out. It could mean that the road was washed out and that area through that section was compromised. So I don't know exact total of the bridges right now. I just know that there was 500 bridges in the total that was either damaged, couldn't get to because the road was washed out on one end or the other, or completely washed away. So hopefully we'll get that number back here before too long, and get that number. But I wanted to also remind you that on February the 18th, we're going to be doing a live feed. Pastor Tim and his wife Jan, Brother Bud, are making a trip down to the Central Global Methodist Church there in Asheboro, 300 South Main Street. That's where the Helping Hands is taking place. And they're going to come down and speak to everyone that's in attendance there from the Central Church and some other people in the Family Life Center. So we hope everybody that can will tune in live, and the live feed will start somewhere after 5:15. The speaking don't start till 5:30, but we'll try to go ahead and get the feed up. That way you folks will know that we're live probably 5 or 10 minutes before time for them to speak, and that way all the connections will be checked and everything, and make sure everything's good for the live feed. But we don't want to forget that. So mark it on your calendars. There's really no way of putting up a notification unless I just put up a short video to premiere at say 5:20 that day. That way you'll know that the live feeds are coming. And I may just do that and schedule it for. It'll have to be at 5 o'clock, though. You can only do it on the hour. So we can try to do that. But that way you'll know 30 minutes in advance that it's coming. I appreciate you joining me today on Deep River Farm. I took a look today down in the upstate of South Carolina in Cherokee County, and took some damage assessment up there. So be watching for those videos as well that's coming out. And I appreciate you joining us. Appreciate all the support you folks have given, all the prayers that's went up, and continue to pray for the folks in Western North Carolina. There's a lot of people still in tents, believe it or not. There's a huge number of campers up there now, And a lot of people in the tiny homes, and there's still a lot of people living in their sheds and things like that, and also in their condemned houses. Some of the people are in those. So keep those folks in your prayers. As it gets warmer, I'm afraid the mold and mildew issue is going to start increasing, and we got to help get these folks taken care of before their houses are completely ruined and not able to be fixed. Thanks for watching today. Have a blessed evening from Deep River Farm.